So hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to all. Welcome to this one more edition of Soccer Hub Talks. My name is Ricardo Balbeira. I'm the CEO and founder of Soccer Hub. As already many of you know, Soccer Hub, it's an online education platform for soccer coaches, soccer analysts, soccer scouts, and now also we have some courses about soccer management. So just visit us and take a peek at what kind of courses do we offer. As you know, this is a live event. So before we start, I would like you to please click on the like button if everything is okay with the audio and the video. And also, please introduce on the chat box some information about yourselves, such as the country that you are based in, and also some information about the kind of job do you have, so we can adapt a bit our conversation to your specific needs, okay? Please do it. So today, Soccer Hub Talks Learning with Valencia's Methodology. We are here with Urko Cherta from Valencia's CF. Valencia recently partnered up with Soccer Hub, allowing that all of their staff could access all of our courses, Soccer Hub courses, okay? So don't forget, once again, that this is a live event, so you are able to ask questions to our speaker. Just introduce it on the chat box that I will select some, okay? So see you in a few seconds. Hello, Urko. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Ricardo. Yes, well.
First, let me thank you for accepting our invitation. Also to accepting being part of Soccer Hub. As you know, and as many of you already know, Valencia is now partner of Soccer Hub, and that's a huge honor for us, of course. Urko has worked in many levels of the youth department in Valencia, and now is the responsible for the methodology and people development. Urko, my first question is exactly about that. What do you do specifically in the club as a responsible of methodology and people development? What is this specific job, Urko?
Okay, good morning, Ricardo. First of all, thank you for inviting me to talk with you and all the colleagues. I hope you are okay and with good health. Then, for your first question, yes, I am involved in two areas. Methodology department that is 8 years ago starting in the club. And the people development that is a new area that we create for help the staff. My aim, my day-to-day is to be close to the coaches, developing things about the training model and game model, and helping the staff to understand more and to give some information for doing the things similar
in the different levels. Okay, in the different age groups. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And people development is an extension from the methodology department, and the principal aim is to thinking about individual coaches by his growing up in the structure.
Okay.
Making some interviews and some talks that involves the coaches by his own ideas and his own form to grow up in the structure.
Okay, Urko. So is it common? I know some clubs and there are sometimes some psychologists involved in the process and some services that try to give some support to the coaches and to the people, the staff that works in the club. But this is the first time that I see someone that is connected to the training process, such as you, and also is concerned with offering the staff everything that they need to grow in the club. So would you say that people and the staff are very important for Valencia? Um, do you see or do you know any other club that has the role that you have inside the club? How important is people in Valencia, Urko?
The coaches.
No,
Are you
yeah, well, because what I'm saying is usually I don't see anyone, a guy like you, working in the club concerned with them delivering the coaches everything they need to be more efficient. Would you say that Valencia is more concerned with the people, with the staff, than the other clubs because they created this specific job in the club, Urko?
Yes, I don't know how what things the other clubs are doing, but I
Okay.
think that in Valencia are very involved in the growing of the coaches, because for us the most
Okay.
important thing is the player, and the people that is more close to the player is the coach, and for that reason we put some effort for to be so close to the coaches. And my figure as different people of the club from other areas are involved to be so close to the coach to make the best scenario from
Okay.
the involved day by day, with some comfortable, with good ideas, with a process that is systematic, and thinking all of them some similar from thinking exclusively with the player.
Okay, perfect. So you are not only concerned with developing the players, but you are also concerned with developing the coaches and the staff. That makes sense for me. Urko, is there a specific methodology, training methodology in Valencia? Is there a clear identity of the training process in Valencia? And also, if there is a clear long-term player development plan in your club? Can you talk a bit more about that, about the methodology of Valencia, please?
Yeah, perfect. Yes. Well, we divide the process, the long-term player development process, in 3 stages,
Okay.
because that the player, the kid, the adult is growing up through the years, and they pass some stages, different stages, from his motor actions and his knowledge or cognitive actions. And for that reason, we divide in 3 stages. The stage 1 is 6 years old to under 12 years old. This stage is involved in football 8-a-side, that in Valencia region we play 8 by every match.
Okay.
We put some singular things in this process that I explained you before. Stage 2, that is involved under 13 to under 16. In Valencia, ages are infantiles and cadetes. Okay.
Okay.
So for categories or ages from 2 categories, and then the stage 3, that is close to the football professional scenario, that is
Okay.
under 18 to the first team and the reserve team. Okay. The most important thing is that we try to speak with the coaches that until stage 1 and stage 2 are a process that is some specific and different from the stage 3, because the stage 3 we have the competition as a center of the process, because we need also performance in the during the games. But in the first 2 stages we try to give some experiences and some some experiences and some practices during the training that is more important than the performance in the matches. We don't
Okay.
lose the matches, But we are thinking about the training session are the most important activity during the week. Okay, because we have 4 or 5 activities, and 3 or 4 are the training session. And for that reason, the context with the session of the training session is very important. For that reason, in stage 1 and 2, we don't put the competition at the center of the formative week. Okay, and for that reason, the rival is not important to build this formative week. Okay, and then 1 year ago, also with our technical director arrived, we put one dynamic that is common in Europe, but in Spain is not common, that is put the curriculum from the academy. Okay? We try to put some experiences during the year that we can sure that the player live this kind of context.
Okay.
Individual contents, collective contents, structured contents, and put some experiences like this during the weeks. Okay.
Okay.
Then, for finish the question, the most important thing is that in stage 1 we put some information about the technique aspects, and in the stage 2 that there are some adolescents, the tactical behaviors or collective behaviors, but not as a closed box, you know.
Okay.
Because for us in the youth ages, like 6, 7 years old, it's important the technique because they can involve with the ball, but also they can or they must to recognize the tactical things. Why I do a pass, why I do a control, what can I have in the future because I have an action, a technical action. Is the intentional or tactical action.
Okay. Perfect. Can you also explain, Urko, a bit how is structured the youth department at Valencia? For instance, you talked that there is a technical director. Maybe there is a director of the soccer schools, the football schools. Then are you also and the coaches. Can you please explain this a bit better? How is structured the youth department in Valencia?
Yes. Our big boss in the technical area is Marco Otero, that he's from 2 years ago here in the club. And he order all of the things that happen in as a football way in the academy. But he also is in stage 3 is who manage this stage with the coordinators and some things, some persons that are close to him. And then football academy under 16 to under 6. I work with Marco as a head of the methodology department. I have 2 colleagues, Sergio Lozano and Jordi Hidalgo. Sergio Lozano is also the responsible of infantiles, that is under 13 and under 40 ages. Me also, I am responsible of cadetes, under 16 and under 15. And Jordi Hidalgo is the head of methodology of Football Aid Aside. Okay. We divide Football Aid Aside in some subcategories. Jordi manages all of the Football Aid Aside, but is helping with Miquel Belmonte, that is in a full time in Valencia also in Alevines, and he's the head coach of Alevina under 12. Miguel Gandia, who is the responsible of Benjamines and also is the head coach of the Benjamin A. And Jordi Hidalgo is the head coach of Pre-Benjamin A, is under 8, and also the Fundamentos stage that is involved Kerubin to under 8. And also in football 11 side, we have 3 techniques in 3 coaches in full time from until the last summer. That is under 16 and under 15 head coach, Javi and Nacho, that they are involved in all of his time thinking about the process from his.
Okay, perfect. So, Urko, usually, and we discuss this a lot, even in some courses here at Soccer Hub, there is methodologies in clubs. For instance, I would say Barcelona, it is quite clear that they teach the players to play in the main team of Barcelona. So there is a common methodology that comes from the younger kids to the top players, and then there is a different methodology. For instance, in Ajax, where they teach the youth players so they can be able to work and play in different clubs. How Valencia stands at this? Is your methodology more to prepare the youth players to play in a main team, or do you believe that the methodology that you use will help the player to play in any other team around the world? What do you think about this, Urko?
Okay, thank you for this question, Ricardo, because we have a logo, okay, in Academy that is we form, we teach persons and form players, okay? And for us, it's important the human, because during the process, we must to educate the players with some values, personal values, human values, that because in 10, 12, 5 years, we don't know if they will be a football professional player or another job, okay? And for that reason, it's important the human aspect. But in football, that also we are an academy, a top academy of football. We try to the player understand the game as an open mind. Yes, not some roles or some functions that are specific from a way of play. For that reason, we have an identity, okay, that is involved in the 2 moments, the moment with the ball and the moment without ball, and 3, 4 principal aspects to conform these moments, all right? With the ball, we want to be aggressive and go ahead as quick as possible and finding the deep. We want to generate a lot of actions to score goal. We want to create the effective rhythm to progress through the space, and also we have to create advantages through the daring. All right, and these 4 big principles are some generic, but they orienting us for see the way of football that we want to practice.
Okay.
Then without the ball, we want to be hard of superar como.
To succeed, to exhale yourself, to
Yeah, have to beat us, okay? Have to beat us, and then pressing all the time the player with the ball, all right?
Okay.
And with these 6 principles conform the game that we want to play.
Okay.
And then we have some tips about the phases of the playing and some specific things about the individual behaviors that they try to understand, but with an open mind, because the situation are changing. And in football, the same situation, you are living a similar situation, but not exactly. For that reason, we don't understand the game as in this situation you must do this and this, or this and this, on that this role and this role, and for that reason, we don't put the players in the same space until under 14, under 15, because we want the player understand the play, the game as a whole, whole game.
Okay, yeah. Perfect. We have here some questions. I would like to start with a question from Clayton Rosario. Clayton, if you don't mind, just write on the chat box where are you based in which country, so we can have also some idea. But Clayton is asking, do they have an age-specific technical program, Urko?
About?
Well, I would say it's about technical development of the players. Do you have technical programs develop specific techniques of the players in certain ages? Is that quite clear for you guys, or is something that the coach builds as long as the way goes?
Okay, I think that I understand the question, but if I answer different things, you tell me.
Okay, sure.
We have the model of the game of Valencia, not as a model, if not understand the game. Okay, we have individual behaviors, a collective behaviors, the structure to support these two areas, the collective and individual, but is also connected. It's not as a technical, tactical, structure, physical, okay? It's all involved in all the things. We have these individual behaviors are as a technico-tactical behaviors, all right? Because, for example, we have with the ball, the pass, the control, running with the ball, shooting, etc. But not only the execution way. We have tips about execution that they can help the players with put the foot like this or open your body or all right. But then depends of the situation, depends of the context that you have, you can use one form to execute or another form, or some capacity to develop the action. For example, it's not the same a pass to make a continuation of the game because you are pressure and you must to pass for find another space. That if you have a space, you can do a pass to progress through the space. The pass is a technical action, a specific action, but is contextual.
Integrated. Yeah,
contextual. If you have a space, you can put a strong pass, 2 or 3 meters ahead for your colleague of the team. You can find a away leg for make a progressive, a second progressive action. But if you need to do a pass for continuing, you made a pass for the foot with a not a strong pass, because if not, the control may be some difficult and they can be pressed quickly. And we have to contextualization the action and the situation for understand the technical action around the game.
Okay, Clayton, thank you very much for your question. Clayton is from Canada. Now we have here another question from Hugo. Hugo is watching us from Nottingham, UK, and Hugo is asking, do you include creativity and freedom in your methodologies? And if yes, how do you do it? Urko?
Thank you, Hugo Perucci. Yes, for us it's very, very important because as Marco Otero said, and all the people that we are working day by day in the academy, we are losing in Spain. We are losing the freedom spaces but in the street. we can go to the street to play because the cars are in the middle of all of the streets, and also we have some I don't know what's the name in English, but some placas that put it's forbidden to play football in this.
Oh, okay. There's some signs on the park saying that you are not able to play there. Okay.
Yeah. And for that reason, we must to put these spaces in our training sessions. All right. We have the curriculum. I said before, we have a curriculum that conform how is our year and how is week by week. But in this week, when you are training some content, it's not all the time systematic content with a lot of message, a lot of tips. The coachings are okay, like this, like this.
Yeah.
No, because we have 1 hour, one hour and a half, or 75 minutes of training, and for us, it's very, very important to make some spaces that the player are in total freedom during the game.
Okay.
But in a game situations or situations that are close to the specific way of play, not as a finishing situations or something like this. Is when you are playing, you are totally freedom to execute, to decide, to etc. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Urko. One more question here now for Mohamed Morsi. Mohamed is it's from Italy. He's studying talent ID. So he would like to ask, from what age is Valencia you're starting to do talent ID? Well, he's asking about scouting. From what age do you start looking for players to take them to your academy? Urko?
Okay, maybe that question is asking better, is answered better with the head of the scouting, but I can make an approximation. Thank you for the question, Mohamed. Well, the club is very, very involved to keep the best talent from the region. For that reason, until 6-7 years old, some players some kids that are close to Valencia City are looking for the scouting area because not away from the sports city center. And for that reason, under 6 to under 12, the players that are close to Valencia is a good opportunity to keep up for our academy. And under 10, under 12, maybe some players that are living 50, 60 kilometers from Valencia, but we put some buses or some routes that the club organized for keeping up the players to the sports center. And then a national talent for away from Valencia region is to under 12 to the first team. We have residents that we have 40, 50 places where the people can come to live here and study here, but only a few places for that kind of player.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Urko. Now, about the challenges that we are facing nowadays in developing youth players, what are the biggest challenges that you find now in the kids when developing the talent? Is it the time of practice? As you said, kids are not playing in the streets anymore, so they need to have more time to practice the sport in academy. Is it the use of technologies, because they are always using the computers, the cell phones, so they don't go to the streets and play? What are the biggest challenges? And also relating with the specific situation now of the COVID, how are you dealing with this COVID situation? As Walid Yunis is asking, what do you coach and focus now during the lockdown? So what are the biggest challenges developing youth players at the moment, and how is the COVID situation a problem now in educating the next generation of talented football players, Urko?
Okay, thank you for your question, and also Walid Yunis. Um, Two spaces. One, the COVID. The COVID is very difficult because we can practice now because we are close, as all the region are close, under 16 to the youngest. And for that reason, now we are make some meetings with the players. The coaches are meeting with the players to make some dynamics about questions from the game or about the Valencia history, because it's a time for involving the kids in the history of the club. And then also some activities that are involving individual actions, technical actions, like or technical challenge, that they must do some number of touches or some ability skills, and they must to film it and to pass to the coach and make a steps of difficult steps. No, you are make some points. Some dynamics that are individual from the coaches. Not all the things are managed for the methodology department on some areas. The coaches have freedom for make some dynamics. And this scenario is that we have just now. It's difficult, but for lucky, the players, they can go away, different of March or April that they are at home. Now, individually, they can do a sport outside, and they can practice football as an individual, but practice his skills. And then when we are in the sports center, we have two problems, two situations, not problems. That when the kids are youngest under 10, under 11, they have an open mind to receive information from the coach. But when they have 14, 15 years, 16, the tips, the message is difficult because they are so close of the mind to understand. But this idea is from the coaches also, because sometimes the coaches are so tough to the players, and the players have the brain as very, 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 very tough to listen my coach. For that reason, we try to achieve an
balance.
Equilibrium, a balance, okay, a balance from freedom scenarios that the player can play as a freedom with his talent to have a big expression of the game and his game, and then also teaching with some coaching tips and things that are involved in his growing up. And for that reason, it's important not looking the players as you will be a football player in the future.
Okay.
You are here for growing up, for make a big effort, from try to be better than yesterday, and something like this. Not a professional player, if not step by step to understand, to enjoy the play, enjoy the game.
Okay, understood, Urko. We have here many more questions, but some of them were already answered. I like to introduce a new subject that everybody likes to discuss, and for the youth departments is something very important. It's about the parents of the kids. We know that sometimes they don't help during the process. How do you do it in Valencia? How do you make them involved in the process so they can be a benefit in developing the player? Is there some strategy that we use to deal with the parents so they help you out during the process of developing the talent, Urko?
Yeah, thank you, Ricardo. Yes, the parents are very, very important because they are the persons that are more close to the player. It's sure, it's not the coaches, it's the parents. And for that reason, the parents must to know what are we doing with his kids. All right, and for that reason, we try to promote some presentation scenarios where we try to put some information for the process. For example, this year we start with things about nutrition, okay,
Okay.
about fruit and how they can to make a big perform before and after the trainings or the matches, or medical area, how they select the boots for to practice the football for not having got injuries or some problems in the foot. And we try to promote these scenarios to pass some knowledges that the parents are important to know, like some technical things or what are we are doing day by day, week by week with his kids, and understand what is
Mhm.
our looking for the player development. And it's not important the coaches and the staffs and the kids know. If not, the parents also, they must to know some little things to understand
The whole
the whole
process.
situation. Yeah, and it's difficult due to the COVID, because we have some connection, because it's difficult to arrive at all of the parents,
Yeah.
because some parents have a difficult for connecting. But we are working hard for make a school of parents or something like this to put this kind of topics into the table.
Okay, thank you. Let's go to the last question. We are talking for about 40 minutes already. So my last question is about the partnership between Valencia and the Soccer Hub. Of course, you are the person in charge of developing the coaches in the club, and all of the staff, of course. So my question is, Urko, how important is this partnership for the development and for the improvement of the staff of Valencia? And if you think that is going to have impact on on the talent produced on the academy, is that a relation between education of the coaches and the results that they produce, Urko?
Yes, Ricardo. Education is the most one of the most important things in the world. It's not only in football. It's
Sure. Yeah.
in all of contexts and situations and society. Education is the thing that conform the big base for growing up, and for that reason, our that you are involved in the education of our coaches is important, because you can make a platform where the coaches can improve in some topics that not at all we are talking about in Valencia all, day by day. And in this platform, they can enter, log in, and put some courses and some topics, some things that they can improve his English, things about the game, listen talks like this from me or from other colleagues that are talking with interesting things, and put the brain all the time. Taka, taka,
Yeah.
taka, taka. It's important.
Yeah, Urko, I believe that this kind of partnerships and this relationship with clubs will happen even more in the future, because, as you were saying, most of the coaches, they don't have enough time to go to the city and have a course in the classroom, so this kind, our platform and our courses will always help them to improve. Also, we are always producing new courses. So what is new, we will have on the platform on Soccer Hub. So the club will not be concerned in finding the best education opportunities for the staff. And also the format, of course, if you can take the course wherever you are, you don't have to worry about going by car to this or to that place. So we hopefully, we think that in the future we'll have more and more courses joining Soccer Hub. So I would like to thank you, Urko. I would like to thank to Valencia for hosting our content. I would like to thank you, Urko, for your time to be here with us. It was a pleasure. I would like to thank also our audience they were involved now in asking questions and everything. So thank you very much, Urko, and hopefully I would like to see you soon and visit your academy, maybe in some months. Let's hope so. So once again, Urko, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Ricardo. And apologize for my English. This is my first time
Okay.
in English, but I try to do my best. I'm so glad to stay with you and all of the people that is in the streaming. And I hope that you come here in Valencia soon and we can talk face by face.
Okay, Urko, thank you very much. See you soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.